Hi there, I'm Max Landsberg with some tips for how you can achieve a state of flow in the way that you live your life and, as a result, to find greater joy, fulfillment, and resilience. These tips are based on my latest book, which is called The Power of the Tao. This state of flow is where you are like an athlete who is in the zone. You have a feeling of complete focus. You are fully involved in whatever you are doing. You experience deep enjoyment. You may not even notice the passage of time. In this flow state, research does show that we can become 200% more creative, 400% more motivated, and 5 times more able to learn and be productive. Turns out you really can live in this flow state, not just for minutes or hours, but for most or all of the time. Now, the way to do this is based on 7 principles drawn from the ancient Chinese practice of Taoism. Today, we'll have a quick look at the first principle. This principle is called yin-yang. This principle helps us to see the subtleties and the shades of grey within any situation, and also how to be more attuned to the energy flows that cause change to happen for better or for worse. You're probably already familiar with the idea of yin-yang, perhaps from the famous Taoist symbol, the Tai Chi Tu, which appears on many tattoos. This symbolizes how everything in the cosmos comprises both yin and yang, and this applies to everything from our moods to our relationships to our business opportunities. Yang stands for bright. It is about expansion, opening out, being glorious, evident, explicable, purposeful, positive. If a mood or a relationship or a business situation is working well, then we might think of it as having a lot of yang. But in contrast, yin stands for dark. And yin is about the shaded, the mysterious, the negative, and importantly, it also stands for the latent and receptive power. So this key point of yin-yang is about noticing that lurking inside any positive yang-like situation is always a little bit of yin that is likely at some point to grow, and vice versa. For example, smart people know that their strengths, which are yang, can sometimes turn into their weaknesses, which are yin. Or winning the lottery seems to start as positive yang for most people, but for some people it can turn into negative yin. By getting good at noticing yin and yang, we can see how any situation is likely to change. And that change is kind of powered by the continuous interplay between yin and yang. One of the problems of our human condition is that we like to label things quickly and conveniently as either good or bad, big or small, happy or sad. If we become more aware that any situation contains both yin and yang, this can help us to create more interesting solutions and to see the subtleties of a situation, whether that yin-yang is in our mood, our relationships, or our business situation. 3 stories in my book show how you can benefit from actively noticing yin-yang. One story, for example, shows that breaking your leg could actually be not a disaster, but something to be grateful for. So the habit that comes from this first principle, yin-yang, which really is the foundation for all the other habits that follow and generate flow, is to pause before acting, to sense the energy and yin-yang in a situation and their direction of change. It is also a good idea to experiment, sometimes projecting more yin or more yang than you would otherwise do. You can find what gives you more flow in your life, and my guess is that it's using a bit more of that insightful and receptive yin that you normally do. All of this is explained in more detail in The Power of the Tao. It uses everyday examples and some memorable stories to show how to adopt this habit. The book's available on Amazon. Thank you for listening. May the Tao be with you, and may you be with the Tao.